Hello and welcome to Feel Good Friday, your weekly dose of positivity right here on our Facebook and YouTube channels. Happy October. Oh my gosh, it's October. We made it. We're still here. That's great. Congratulations. This week of all weeks, well, I feel like I say this every week, but this week of all weeks, we need positivity in our lives. And so this week we're going to showcase 3 things that will hopefully be thought-provoking, inspiring, and maybe give you a little laugh. The first is a preview of an event we're live streaming next week with MIFA. It's called Our City, Our Story. It's a conversation about eviction with the author of the book Evicted. And it's a very needed conversation given all that's going on right now. I would say this next video you're about to see isn't particularly positive or uplifting, but is something to give you a little bit of inspiration for the conversation that's to be had in the next couple of days and hopefully the next couple of weeks as we continue to weather the COVID storm. Take a look.
The challenge with eviction cases in general is that oftentimes you have unrepresented tenants that are going against a landlord's lawyer. Pre-pandemic, the city of Memphis and Shelby County, we had 2,500 to 3,000 cases filed per month. Far too many for the size of our city. There are many causes for why our eviction rates are so high. The lack of income, poverty are key conditions. The quality of our housing stock is a problem as well. I think that sometimes people are in these units and they just deem it not fit to pay for. You know, we understand that landlords, they're in business. We know that they have to have their revenues to be able to sustain their businesses. However, this is a people business, and we think that if there's some grace and flexibility that can be provided, that we can have a much more sustainable housing situation for many of our families in the city. We've heard from many landlords about the challenge that the moratorium presents to them because they're not all large investors with big portfolios. Some have very small portfolios and depend on that rent for revenue and for income. That's why I think it's important that we have local government partners, philanthropy, all of these different groups need to work together in order to ensure that we have some resources that will be available to help with that cliff when it comes. I'm not sure what all has to change, but what I do know is that we cannot accept the status quo. As a system, we have to be thinking about all of these impacts and what it means for all of these people that are a part of providing housing to the families in our city.
As I said, that story isn't particularly uplifting, but it's certainly positive in showing the fact that there are people on the ground doing the work to at least address this issue that has only been amplified by the COVID-19 pandemic. This next piece is very uplifting. Many of you have heard us talk about virtual fundraisers and how we're helping nonprofits continue to raise funds despite events being canceled. Well, Charlie and Allison up in Chicago have been very busy and put together a recap to give you a behind-the-scenes look at what a virtual event looks like and just how successful it can be.
22 years of running these. I never thought I'd be hosting 300 people virtually online. And that's how many people are joining us today. I'm so very grateful for all of you to be here. Hello, Sam. Hi, Audrey. Hi, Carl. Hi, Tracy, and all of their just wonderful, loving circle of family and friends. What are you guys doing?
Let's take a little thermometer check here and see where we are. Our goal tonight is $100,000 or more, and we are at about $55,000. I'd really like to take a moment to share how proud we are of the center's response to COVID-19. As you said earlier, you can shut our doors, but you can't shut us down. And starting on March 16th, we were no longer able to show up to the center.
I have the great pleasure to introduce you to one of them, Abby Scott, and her incredible mom, Denise.
I've actually asked her if you could go like this, would you not have CP?
I won't.
She said no, it's part of what she is.
John Thomas.
John Thomas. Oh my God, that is so wonderful. Good for John Thomas.
Thank you, families, for you sharing your stories and for being there with us tonight. So
Thank you and good night.
love to you all.
And finally today, something that really is uplifting and positive and hopefully will give you a good belly laugh. Earlier this week, we shot a commercial with the Memphis Zoo ahead of their Zubu event, which they are doing this year safely. And we got to shoot this commercial with a little teeny tiny toddler star named Max Reedy. There's a whole version that is uncut, and that is what you are about to see of Max starring as a toddler dinosaur of sorts in conjunction with the dinosaur exhibit at the Memphis Zoo. So take a look and certainly have a smile. I hope you enjoy your weekend. Make sure to take time to rest, and we'll see you next week.
Where's the T-Rex?
Look at the dinosaur house. The babies. The babies.
Go say hi to the T-Rex. Go roar!
Roar. 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 Roar.
Yeah.
Look at Brody. Look at Brody's camera right here.
Roar, right at Brody. Say roar, Brody.
High five. High five. Everybody. Give a big... Hi, flamingos.
Bye.
Whoa!
He didn't eat the chocolate.
You want to eat the chocolate? Here, let me clean up your face a little.